What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Donkey Kong related video. We're going to continue this Donkey Kong little series. In case you're unaware, I'm going to be making a Donkey Kong video every single month, at least multiple, at least maybe 2 or 3, depending on whatever news drops. But the next Donkey Kong game I'm going to be talking about is no other than Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest. Yeah, not Diddy Kong's Quest, Diddy's Kong Quest. That's what I always thought of when I read Donkey Kong Country 2. I always read as Diddy Kong's Quest or something like that. But it's probably due to a pun. So, yeah, I guess that's fair. But, of course, we're going to be talking about this game and why I think it gets the most praise out pretty much any other Donkey Kong game aside from Tropical Freeze. Why is that the case? Well, we're going to be talking about it later today. Well, we're talking about it right now, as a matter of fact. So yeah, let's start off with the plot of the game. King K. Rool, instead of kidnapping bananas, he kidnaps Donkey Kong. That's right, Donkey Kong is kidnapped. How bad? Now it's up to Diddy Kong and his, I guess, girlfriend, maybe, Dixie Kong, to save Donkey Kong. And yes, this was the introduction of Dixie Kong, the next Kong basically introduced in the series. And yeah, it says girlfriend on the Mario Wikipedia. Totally not using that, just to check to make sure. But anyway, yeah. So the gameplay of Donkey Kong Country 2 is pretty much the same as the first game, of course with some differences. Diddy Kong controls pretty much the same as the first game, being able to roll well and moving pretty quick. Now we have Dixie on our side. Basically, she's not the greatest at rolling, basically, but she has her hair, which lets you float slowly downwards, basically to reach big areas you wouldn't be able to reach. So yeah, Dixie Kong is very, very OP in this game. Why did they do this twice in 2 games, or 3 games, I guess? So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much Dixie Kong. And I gotta say, I do love using Dixie Kong a lot. I do use both Kongs regardless, so yeah, but Diddy is for like, oh, if I want to really test myself and stuff. So yeah. So, with the sequel of basically the very first Donkey Kong Country game, you know, as much as I love the first Country game, I know there's probably some people out there who probably would play other Donkey Kong Country games. Unless you only play this one, then you should go play others. But no, I really love Donkey Kong Country 1. It's one of my most replayed games on the SNES. But if I'm gonna be real, the sequel gets a lot of praise over pretty much any other game in the series, and there's probably good reasons of that. Why is that the case? Well, this whole world, this whole area is based on pirates, the Kremlings, and any other enemies. You feel like you're in like some sort of pirate adventure, and that's why, yeah, I really do love that, honestly. And the what gotta talk about that banger soundtrack, Snakeity Chantity, freaking the Force theme I always use a lot, and of course, oh man, and probably one of the best songs in video game history, Sticker Brush Symphony, or Sticker Bush. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, that song bangs, and it's one of my favorite songs in all of video game history, honestly. So yeah, soundtrack alone is a banger, no doubt. They cooked with the soundtrack. And of course the gameplay, like I said, very similar to the first game. And the level design, I gotta say, a lot of levels, like, there's no, like, even the levels that I would be, oh shoot, this level, they just feel so memorable. Going up the pirate ship, climbing the pirate ship, being chased by a fish, swimming underwater in the dark, riding the roller coaster levels with nice carnival theme, and inside the Honey Cove. This, honestly, there's so many memorable levels in this game, and I can say right now that yes, I can totally see the praise of Donkey Kong Country 2. I said that really weird. I don't really have much criticism with it, honestly, but there's a few levels I hate. And also, this game does have some new stuff added, compared to the first game. There are bonus levels. To get 100% in this game, this time, originally, you basically need to find all the bonus rooms in order to 100% Donkey Kong Country 1. In Donkey Kong Country 2, you need to find all the bonus rooms and get all the coins, of course, to access the bonus world levels, which you're going to have to do, and basically try to just beat that area. So yeah, that's pretty much how you 100% Donkey Kong Country 2. It's a task that you're gonna be gonna be a tricky task, especially when you're playing for the first time. But once you do it, it's very satisfying and very, very. It's just very interesting to do and fun. So yeah. I don't really have much else to say. The character designs are great, honestly. Like I said, bringing back the Kremlings and stuff, and the soundtrack bangs, and the animal buddies. Didn't even talk about that. There's some new animal buddies. We have Rattly, the snake, which definitely not the definitely the animal buddy that I really should be more talking about because of like one level which is called Rattle Battle or something like that. But still. I really like that theme bangs, so it makes up for it. Rambi also returns, of course, and we have two types of squawks that you use in different levels, flying through levels. We have, and probably my favorite animal buddy in the entire Donkey Kong series, Squitter, the spider, spinning out webs and making platforms. Honestly, Squitter should just come back in another Donkey Kong game. He's easily my favorite animal buddy of the Donkey Kong series. So yeah, very cool, honestly. Oh yeah, and this game also has cameos. Sort of, basically. Well, we'll talk about that later. So yeah, don't excuse me. But yeah, I can definitely say right now that, well, should I talk about I guess we'll talk about the bosses. Donkey Country 1's bosses, I didn't really talk about them much there, but considering the development of that game, the bosses were definitely not handled the greatest, since they were mostly just repeats. I mean, for reasons. So, yeah. Donkey Country 1's bosses, definitely not handled the best, even though some of them were pretty solid. Make up for a boss team. But Donkey Country 2's bosses, yeah, these definitely clear ones easily. And they're, like, really fun, honestly. I really do like them. Except for, like, the fourth boss. And that one is annoying. But even then, once you beat that boss, it feels satisfying. And you're like, oh... it's over, thankfully. So yeah, that's pretty much Donkey Country 2's bosses, and I definitely do think they've handled them pretty well, considering that most 2D platformers don't really handle the bosses very well, as you can tell, so yeah. Don't know what else I gotta really say, honestly. I could go over the scraps content that was in this game, but and also, any other stuff I haven't mentioned, like the usual barrels, and also warp barrels. I guess there are technically warp barrels and stuff like that. Regardless, yeah, excuse me. It's pretty much understandable why this game gets the most praise of all the Donkey Kong games. There's some obvious early builds and stuff, like certain characters and stuff like that. Some interesting artwork of an enemy too, and some unused animations. So yeah, but some of them do look a little... some of them were like, okay, I can understand why they changed them. So yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the ending. After getting all the stuff you need, you get to Captain K. Rool. By far, probably the best he's handled in my opinion. I love this boss fight and this music alone, Crocodile Cacophony, and I gotta be honest, I think this clears Gameplay and Galleon easily. This is probably the best King K. This boss fight fits King K. Rool in my opinion. And after being that Donkey Kong save, you punch King K. Rool, he falls into the water, and that's Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, gotta be honest, y'all, this is easily the perfect sequel, no doubt. And I gotta be honest, although I said many times, this is pretty much my favorite video game of all time, alongside Super Mario Galaxy. It's just that good, honestly. I replay this game so many times, I smile every time and never get bored of it. It's just that good. I will always replay this game for many years to come. This is no doubt the best Donkey Kong game. Unless a new one, maybe, hopefully, but still. Play this game if you haven't, and to be honest, the only reason I could probably understand why you wouldn't get into it, I guess maybe some levels can be BS near the end, but if you can handle that, then yeah, Donkey Country 2 is a banger game. So yeah. Alright, that's Donkey Kong Country 2. Next up, sometime in like, I don't know if it'll be in May or not, or April, but we will be talking about Donkey Kong Country 3, which pretty much is the black sheep of the series while I'm here, and we're gonna figure out why next time. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think of Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.